Hey guys, today's video is going to be my February favorites, and I know that, oh, how long has it been since I've done a favorites video? I can't even keep up with the favorites video because as soon as the end of the month, you know, I'm already kind of still like doing things, and then I just kind of forget about my monthly favorite videos, but I am going to do one for February. You won't really see the same kind of stuff that I have in my older favorites videos. So this is pretty much all new things that I've been using and have been loving for the past few months that I've used them. So these are the items that I have been using and loving for the past couple of months. The first thing that I want to talk about is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Pressed Powder, and the color that I have is Neutral Buff. The formula is really silky smooth and it just goes on your face so easily. It really doesn't feel like you're putting things on, because the first time that I used this, I like put it on my face and I was like, is there even anything like coming off of here? When I first put it onto my brush, I didn't really think that it picked up that much product, but you really don't need a lot. And I think that this powder alone kind of does give you like that smoothing effect. So this one definitely is a favorite, and I think it'll be a favorite for quite a while. The next product that I'm going to talk about is something a little bit pricey, and I just discovered it maybe within the last month or so, and it is the Lancome Le Tint Particulier foundation, and this is the one that is custom made to your skin tone. And this one, I have been using it and I have been loving it, and it's just a really nice foundation. And I do have a video on this foundation, so I will link that down below so that you can check out my experience at the counter, what they did, and how I got to this product right here. And then you can also see the demo on it as well. So this one, definitely love. I love the finish, I love the formula, and especially, you know, I love the color and everything about it because it was specifically formulated for me. So definitely love this one. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is this highlighter from Colourpop, and this is the Super Shock Cheek. And this one I use it as a highlighter, but it is called Tough Love, and this was actually released from their Valentine's Day collection. And oh my gosh, the first time I put this on my face, I completely fell in love. I'm not wearing this one today, but I completely fell in love with this color when I did wear it, and I can totally see myself wearing this way more often. I have been really loving the highlighters with a peachy pink tone to it. I really think that puts a really nice sheen on my skin tone, and I definitely love that. So this one I love, and the formula is amazing as usual with any of Colourpop's Super Shock Cheeks. And yeah, so this one I definitely love, and I've been using for quite a bit. The next item that I want to talk about is this Ardency in Punker liner. This one, the writing kind of rubbed off from me using it so much, but I absolutely love this felt tip liner. I've had this since I believe October, November, and it's still going strong. And this one is very comparable to the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner, except I like this one a little bit more because the felt tip on this one is a little bit stronger than the Stila one. I find that the Stila waterproof Stay All Day liner, the tip of the felt pen is a little bit soft, and I kind of go for the more stiff end of the marker just because the tip is a little bit easier for me to do my wing on my liner. So this is why I definitely love this one more, and I have repurchased a second one as backup just in case this runs out all of a sudden. But so far it's going really well, and it is March, so this is definitely one of my favorites. Definitely love it a lot. My next thing is this CapOnD Locket Setting Spray, and this one is the travel size one, but I still really love this spray. This actually has become one of my favorite setting sprays, mostly because the mist is really nice on this one. And even though I do really love the Ardency one, and I love my Scandinavia one, this one just has a really nice pump, and the formula is really nice as well. So this one, I've had this for like a couple of months already, and let me just show you the mist. I don't know, you can't really see it, but you know, that's I guess that is the good part about it. That's how fine it is, and I definitely love this setting spray. So my next favorite for the last couple of months, especially since the first release of these, I've been using them non-stop and I absolutely love them. I actually really prefer these over the ones that I have already. The item that I'm talking about, or items that I'm talking about, are the Colourpop pressed shadows, and this is what it looks like, even though it has this glare from my ring light, but this is what it looks like. And I do have all of the colors that they have released to this date, so this is really convenient, and I definitely love the colors in here. I do have a couple of videos up about the shadows, and unfortunately I wasn't really sure if I should have swatched the first release, but the video that I have on it is just the review. There's no swatches really. There's just a couple of like hand swatches, and that's pretty much about it. But I am going to go back and do swatches of the first set of eyeshadow releases that they have. Do have a video on their Valentine's Day collection and the second release of shadows that they have, which are more of like the greens and peachy colors. So I do have that video, and I'll link those down below as well, so you can check that out. I definitely love all of these shadows. There's not one that I really have a problem with, except for, you know, I don't know if you guys know, but purples are one of like the hardest colors to formulate, and I find that across any brand. And it depends on, you know, what kind of tone of purple that you're looking for. But the color 143, this is a really pretty plum kind of purple color, and that one is a little bit chalky and it is a little bit patchy, but you can still definitely build up the intensity with this shadow and it still works just the same. But when you do like a hand swatch or something, don't be surprised if you find it to be a little bit patchy or a little bit dry. So that is one thing, that is literally the only color that I've come across with any sort of issues, which is not really an issue anyway, because, you know, it's something that is easily fixed. So these definitely, I have been loving all of these shadows, and I think since I started to collect them, I'm going to continue to collect them. So if you need any references, please let me know and I will look it up for you. And if that wasn't a huge giveaway for the next item that I'm going to be talking about, it is the Adept Cosmetics Empty Palette. And this one is so cool because of the fact that there are two sides to it, and there's this little like glass acrylic thing right here that kind of separates the two layers. Man, I just love this palette. These hold all of my Colourpop eyeshadows, and I also definitely love the Makeup Forever extra large one. I love the Makeup Forever metal palettes as well, but so far this one has been like my go-to, mainly because of the fact that it can store so much, like so many eyeshadows or any sort of empty, you know, like single pans that you have, and it can store so much. And this one is a brand new one that I just got because one of the ones that I received, and I purchased this from Amazon, which I will link down below as well. But one of the ones that I originally received, I purchased two of them at first. Oh, don't mind that. Don't mind that. So this is one of the ones that I originally purchased, and it had some air bubbles on the bottom of the magnet sheet. And that didn't fly so well with me. So I think it was mainly just because I have sort of like, you know, everything has to be like the same. Not necessarily perfect, but You know, I like to not have holes or to not have bubbles on the bottom of my magnet sheets because I like for everything to lay flat. And I tried to see if I was going to be okay with the air bubbles at all, but even putting the shadows on top of it kind of bothered me a little bit because of the fact that it wasn't completely flat. But anywho, so they were nice enough to send me a brand new one and let me keep this one and also refund my money for this one. So that was totally generous of them. And so since I was able to keep this, I went ahead and popped the bubbles that were in here, and since then they have deflated, and I just pretty much put my face powders in here. And again, I love this little kind of like this page in here to keep the powders separate. Again, I'm going to put the link down below, and this is seriously, it's become like one of my most favorite palettes ever to put your single pans in. And you know, it's got some weight to it. It is, the outside is made out of plastic, but for me, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not traveling anywhere. So to me, this is really convenient, and especially for using it at home. And yeah, so this, I have 3 of them now, and it is pretty heavy. They are going to come out with newer colors this year. I think they said that they have a black color coming out very soon, and then kind of like an eggplant purple coming out later this year, which, hello, purple. I love the color purple, so I'm definitely excited for that one. This one has become one of my favorites for the past month and or so, that, you know, ever since I've had it, so definitely love it. I keep the one with the Colourpop eyeshadows on my vanity or my desk over here, so yeah. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. The next thing that I want to talk about are these liquid lipsticks. And this is from the brand called Give Me Glow Cosmetics. And definitely I love everything about these. I love the formula. I love how they feel and how they are on the lips. I have 8 of them so far, and let me kind of get them. These are the 8 that I have, and they are beautiful, and I pretty much have some of these colors kind of ranging from nudes to mauves, this really pretty pumpkin color, and then I have this green, which I freaking love. This green color is so comparable to Jeffree Star's Crocodile Tears, and don't even get me started on that one, because every time that color comes up, I always say the same thing because I had a really bad experience with that certain color, but this one is a really good dupe for that. So I definitely am so happy that I have this in my hands. And then I have sort of like, you know, your pretty little pinks. And then I have this new one. This is one of their new colors, and this is in the color Blue Denim. And it is, I think it's a really unique blue color. It's not like a dark blue, it's not a bright blue, but this is just, I think this is a really nice wearable blue, and because it has sort of like a gray base, I don't know, something about this just makes it really wearable, and I really love this color. So this is a really unique color for sure. The closest formula that I can think of to these are the Sephora cream lip stains, and so yeah, so these are really also really affordable. They are $13.25, and I will put down their website down below in the description box just in case you guys want to check them out. And yeah, so these are really, really nice, and I can't wait to get more, even though I already have 8, and it seems like a lot, but there's never enough lipstick. The next couple of things that I'm going to talk about are going to mostly be tools. So this one is the Loreal blending sponge, and I really love this sponge. The sponge, when you dampen it, it is really soft and it gets really big. It gets twice as big as this. So it kind of feels kind of, you know, a little bit too big on my face, but I really love this. It's super soft, and this is probably the only like drugstore sponge, beauty sponge that I have found that is comparable to the Beauty Blender sponge. So I definitely love this one. It is super soft when it is damp and it gets the job done. So this one definitely love and I've been using, and I definitely recommend this as a drugstore dupe for the Beauty Blender. The next set of tools that I'm going to be talking about are these Royal and Langnickel MODA brushes. And these are their prismatic face brushes, and they are completely beautiful, they are super useful, and they are, I mean, they work really well. So I definitely love these a lot, and not only that, but I mean, they're purple. Come on. Purple is my favorite color, and these are just so beautiful, and they're functional. So definitely love these brushes a lot. You can actually find these brushes in Walmart, and these sell for $16.84. And I do believe that Royal and Langnickel are supposed to get this on their website pretty soon, and they're going to be selling it for $25. So this, if you can get your hands on these are beautiful and they are functional, and I just love them. So if you can get your hands on these, definitely get these. And if you love the color purple too, or anything like chromatic like this, definitely a must get. And finally, last but not least, something a little bit random and not necessarily makeup, or it's really not makeup related whatsoever, but I do have to talk about this, and this is the Red Bull, the blue edition. This one is a blueberry flavored energy drink, and it is so good. It is really good, and I'm not really somebody to drink a lot of energy drinks, or not anymore at least. I used to drink energy drinks like when I was a teenager and my early 20s, so I used to drink them like crazy, but I don't really drink them anymore, and I'm not really a big fan of the regular Red Bull, but the flavored Red Bull is so good. This one is my favorite out of all of the flavored ones, and then the second one in line is the tropical one. So I love, 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 love this one. This one tastes so freaking good. It's so good. And then they do have a couple of other flavors which I want to try, but I haven't seen them in the store yet. But yeah, so if you like blueberry flavored things, this is really good. So that is it for my monthly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you've been enjoying for the last couple of months, and leave that comment down below and I will respond to you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later in a future video. See ya!